Hey, what's up, guys? Good morning. So today we're going to talk about the key components of a strong man. I get Elliot Holtz's emails, and I thought it was a really, really great email that he did. And just being a rebel against the system, being a rebel against feminism, being a rebel against the mass marketing of today's age, and what it means to be a man and all this other things. So the key components of a strong man, let's get into it. So the first thing that he says is defiance. So bold disobedience. So bold disobedience to the system, not your parents, but just bold disobedience to the system that is in place right now. Listen, everybody is falling in line to what the government says, or society says, what the media says. No, have bold disobedience to that system. Intolerance. Everybody wants to be tolerant today. And intolerance means unwillingness to accept views, beliefs that differ from yours. You need to be intolerant in your beliefs. I know that that's kind of against the grind and against what society says, but you need to be intolerant in your beliefs, especially if you're a conservative man, right? Your beliefs are going to be intolerant to the left. So you need to understand that, you're not going to be liked by everybody, and that's okay, right? The third thing he says is boundaries, having boundaries. You know, don't be afraid to go out there and admit what you want. If you want a submissive, beautiful, kind wife, then go out there and get that, right? I got called a misogynist, or, basically because that's what I wanted. I want a traditional woman that wants a family and kids. And, she said the patriarchy is going to fall. No, the patriarchy is rising. We need more fathers in the home. So that's the third thing. The next thing is exclusion. You can't let everybody in your circle. Society is going to tell you, oh, everybody is your friend. Everybody is, your companion, blah, blah, blah. That's not true. That's not true at all. You have to be radical in your thinking, because everybody else is radical in their thinking, right? Like, Black Lives Matter, all these different groups, whatever, are radical in their thinking. So, as a conservative man, you need to be radical in your thinking, and not just, not just anything else, but just, you don't have to be like super, you just have to be grounded in what you're doing, basically. So that's what I think he means. And exclusion, I think I already did that. Black and white thinking. And black and white thinking is thinking in absolutes. So kind of like Star Wars, kind of like the Sith. You're thinking in absolutes. You have that mindset of this is the way that I think. Nobody is going to change it, right? That's okay, because the problem is that everybody wants to change everybody else's thinking. Everybody wants to interpret, and everybody wants to try to influence your thinking, try to persuade you to the other side. You're just blinded. You don't know what you're talking about. No, I know exactly what I'm talking about. That's what black and white thinking is, and that's what I think that is. Objectivity, which is not in line by personal feelings or opinion, and consider and representing facts. So you're thinking logically. And logic is the next one. You're thinking logically. You're thinking rationally about the things that you want. The next one he says is logic, right? You're not thinking with your emotions. Your emotions blind you. A lot of women say, oh, men need to feel more in their emotions. No, we don't. We need to think rationally about the things that we do, right? Because if we think with our emotions, we get shit fucked up. That's just the way that it happens, right? Sorry for the language, but that's exactly what happens. The next is patriotism, love for your country. Today's Veterans Day. Happy Veterans Day to all my veterans out there. It's nothing wrong with loving your country. There's nothing wrong with loving the people around you, and loving the country that you grew up in and that gave you the opportunity to be what you want to be. I'm proud to be an American. Everybody hates America, blah 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 blah. Forget that noise. I'm a patriot. I love my country. Faith. I talk about faith on this channel a lot with my Christian religion. So having faith and praying to God, and different things like that. All those different things are good qualities to have. And finally, is edification of leadership, right? So having a leadership quality. My degree is in organizational leadership. So, you know, it's one of those things where it's like edificational leadership is huge, right? You know, being a leader, you know, setting the example. When I used to lead Marines, I used to set the example. I always tried to set the example in what I was doing. So that's Key Components of a Strong Man by Elliot Holtz. And there you go. So, alrighty, guys, that's all that I have for today. Take care. Done.